Hey guys, it's Ross, founder of Numantic, and today I want to talk about founder resilience. First of all, when things get really hard, and things do get really hard for founders, is that you can just take a breath. You can just not worry about solving all your issues and figuring out all the solutions. You just take a breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. And you do 15 of those. And your mind will wander, but you just keep bringing yourself back to it, and just you gotta do 15 of those, okay? So this will stabilize your mind. So that's the first thing you can do when things get really hard. Another thing you can do is you can just take a step back and just go back to the first principles. So chances are things feel really hard is because there's this insurmountable problem in front of you that you gotta deal with, and you don't know how to deal with it. It's not easy. Maybe there isn't anyone giving you solutions. So what you can do is you can just take a step back and you can just go back to the very first principles of what am I doing? What do I want to achieve? How am I doing it? What do I know? What do I not know? What do I need to find out? And just by shelving everything like that, things become clearer what you're even trying to do. So maybe by formulating things in this kind of way, you kind of like becoming a bit more of a scientist, where you kind of like setting up your framework, articulating your hypothesis, articulating like what you already know, and articulating what you don't know and need to find out, and maybe some things, some ways you think there might be to find it out. So this kind of strategy is very helpful. Just kind of like going back to first principles and trying to articulate what you know, don't know, and how you might, reduce uncertainty, or what might make sense to do in this way. Third strategy is that, as a founder, it might be so tempting day to day to just feel this very difficult situation and all the pain that comes with it. But maybe there's like a massive vision behind it, and if you just take a step back and just had a look at like the magnitude of the vision you're tackling, then maybe straight away like all the concerns fall away, because obviously you're trying to solve this very hard problem, and obviously the first thing you do is not gonna work. So it's gonna make sense to keep going and trying and experimenting and keep going. So I mean, there's such a like just taking a step back and just zooming out and just trying to take a look at the size of the vision you're trying to tackle, and maybe that will be very inspiring and motivating, because chances are what you're doing is not easy at all, and chances are you're gonna have to try 200 things before anything works. Another thing you can do, you can just use David Goggins' technique of just cookie jar. Just take a step back and think about all the things you've already conquered and accomplished. By doing that, you get courage, because you've done it before. Maybe not like this, but you've done hard things before. It's good to get yourself reminded of the kind of things you're capable of. Another approach that I found out recently, lots of people talk about like, think about your family, but that wasn't motivating to me too much before. But I think what was motivating is somebody just said a few days ago or a week ago that they think that I'm the most resilient person they know, and then another person showed their admiration of saying that they again really respected and admired my resilience. So I think just keeping those kind of stories in your mind can also be good, be useful. Also, maybe another strategy is that maybe you feel so low because you're trying to build something that maybe people don't need, and maybe it's a sign that maybe you should pivot. Or maybe you're building something but haven't validated the thing you're building, so like obviously your mind will just trying to let you know that you might be wasting time. So maybe it's good to take a step back and try to validate what you're doing, that it solves some real world problem. Because once you do have the validation, I think there is more natural motivation to keep doing the hard thing. Another strategy is that when things get hard, it's you can do the easy thing or you can do the hard thing. And the thing about hard things is that the hard thing feels hard. But what you can do is be rest assured that if the thing is hard and this is truly the thing you should be doing, in that case it's just you can trust that like just by doing it, and it will be hard to do it, then you will feel a natural kind of like kick out of this because you just did something that most people are afraid to do, something that is truly hard and something people avoid and something that's truly good for the world, and you just did it. I mean, that's a natural, such a strong source of motivation as well. So doing hard things when they feel hard might feel like they'll be hard forever, but maybe you just don't realize that just how much of a kick you're gonna get out of it. But also remember that at start there's like the cold start problem, and things are just naturally harder at the start. But the thing is, once you sort of push through it, you know, there might be more validation, there might be more of the world on board with the problem you're trying to solve, so things will get easier. Unless they don't, and then you have strategies to use. Alright. All the best, all the strengths, all the power to you. Let's make the world better. Bye.